Hello everybody, can you all hear, see, all good? Sorry about the wind today, guys. How are we all today? Sorry about the wind today, guys. Today this is a boycott and die-in. I did set up another live, but it went a little bit wrong. Oh. This is a boycott and die-in by all accounts. Yeah, we're warm, but it's windy today. I don't know how much the wind is affecting the mic. Say again?
No, the other one. Thank you very much.
Oh.
No, light yourself first.
Thank you. Right, sir? No problem, bless you. So it looks like Barclays is never going to open again on a Saturday. Hardly any effect. Yeah, because I got a filter on it. I got a 20 dB break on it. We're supposed to be boycotting businesses around Broadmead today, but I don't know what's happening. But if you notice, the numbers are dwindling, aren't they? Let's say hello to people. Hello Vanis, hello Paul, close to 7, Nick, Dominic, how are you all? Hope you're all well. Optical. As you notice, there's not much of a turnout today.
Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina! Free, free!
Hello, mate. All right? Lovely, thank you.
No pride in genocide! No pride in genocide! No pride in genocide!
Hello, mate. Looks like the Union flag's upside down.
You never know how to put it up.
Yeah. Do you want me to show you?
No pride in genocide!
Let me show you. See this here? See this here? This must be at the bottom. So it needs to go up the other way. This needs to be swapped around.
Oh, it's
Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you were flying out on board a ship, that's a sign of distress. If you turn the flag upside down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. It's just that I'm patriotic to my country, so I like my flag.
Viva Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina!
That's it. Lovely job. Cheers, fella.
How's going?
No, a lot of people, they don't know. They don't know.
So how's your filming going? All good?
Oh, good. How's yours?
It's alright. We just shared the gospel.
Good. Hey, there's no other word but the gospel, is there? Do you get much trouble?
We don't.
No?
Not really, but it's not as a fundamental problem to us humans, you know? The problem of sin.
Yes.
That is because of sin.
We all know.
Nobody's righteous.
We all know no one's righteous, are they?
But they all need the gospel. So
We do.
it's not like it's coming from human, the message. It's coming from God.
Coming from a higher being, isn't it? But I do appreciate it. Some people go, oh no, that's right, but
We try our best.
no.
Let me know if I put it right after I finish.
Yeah. Yes, it's the small white line at the bottom. Yeah, upside down.
I know. So you're not the first one to say that. We've been trying to get it right.
Is it? No, there's no problem at all. It's no problem.
Well, some people are also friendly about it. They've got to us.
Hey.
It's the other way round.
We all get it wrong, don't we? You know what I mean?
How about that?
I think
That's perfect. If you look at it, you got like a thicker white line and a shorter white line. That's always at the top.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, always at the top. If you fly it the other way on board a ship, because the only time that's known as a Union Jack is when it's flown aboard a ship. This is called the Union flag. Okay, as it is now, but when it's on the ship, it becomes a Union Jack. If it's flown upside down on a ship, it's a sign of distress. That would obviously, in olden days, because ships do still communicate by flags during wartime. If they reverse the flag the opposite way, it tells other ships that they are being captured and it's a sign of distress.
Do you have a background in the Navy or something?
I have a background in the army.
The Army?
Yeah.
Good.
So
I remember before I was a pastor, I used to have one or two colleagues who were military men.
yeah.
Disciplined people I've ever met in my life. I mean, to be fair, they're all a little bit crazy, just a little bit crazy. But if you said to them, Edinburgh, tomorrow morning, 7:30, be there, they'd be there at 7:25.
We have to be. We have to be there 5 minutes.
Unbelievable.
We have to be there. No, we used to call it 10 to 10, 10 minutes before. Okay, then you knew you were on time then.
Yeah.
So,
I read something interesting this week that maybe you've seen. I read I was about post-traumatic stress disorder,
Yeah.
PTSD. And they were saying that belief in a divine being, generations past, is fundamentally helpful with people's experience of PTSD.
right.
You know, that if people can kind of look at the terrible trauma that they've experienced, and even through mystery say, well, maybe that was part of a divine plan. It was actually quite helpful for the inner man. I mean, I don't know what your opinion is, but I know that people who've seen terrible things are often very affected by it.
I think you know, you see terrible things in your life, it gives you more of a ground into life itself and what the meaning of how the importance of life is. You know, I see, you know, everybody, you know, it's like they say, how can you be a Christian and go fight a war? You know, it's because it does say that thou shalt not kill another man, you know, but...
I think what it meant by thou shalt not kill, it meant it's more like the murder.
Yeah, murder. Yeah.
Actual killing. I mean, we believe as the Lord Jesus Christ was like the ultimate soldier in some ways,
yeah.
you know, against the forces of evil.
Yeah, he certainly did. He certainly did. But,
are you photographing these dear people over there, or...?
It's just a shame that, you know, that it's I'm not on anybody's side. Why do we have to pick a side? What you know what I mean? There's atrocities on both sides. You know, on the Israel side and on the Palestinian side. So, but they're not talking about what they've done. They're only talking about what the other side's done. Oh, it's down to they Barclays Bank funds Israel.
But what I was thinking is, are they the only ones?
No. It's you look at every you look at BMW vehicles, right? They're owned by the Quant family. The Quant family were heavily involved with the Nazi regime. So, and they still run BMW today. So, you know, it's...
I do sometimes wonder if they're, I mean, because we're almost always here and they're often over there. I do sometimes wonder if they're kind of picking on a victim or picking on a group that won't fight back a little bit.
Well, I do see that, you know, Christians in general are getting a bit of a rough deal at the moment with this Palestinian and Israeli thing. You know, you're Christian, you've got to be a Zionist or something like that, you know.
I mean, we Christians, we are in general pro-Israel.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're so pro, we never say they do things wrong. They are doing things wrong.
Of course they are.
They're going too far at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yes, that is it October the 7th or something? It's a terrible day. But their revenge is terrifying.
This is it. It's now what's happening now, and I get, because I haven't picked Palestine's side, every time I speak to these people, I've been called a Zionist. To be honest, I don't even know what a Zionist is. You know what I mean? It's a word. You know, this is how naive, then how I don't see colour, I don't see politics. When I talk to the person, I just see a human being.
That's what we Christians do.
You know, and that's what I think a good Christian is. You don't see anything else but the person. You know.
We believe in peace like they believe in peace, but I've spoken to their leaders before over there, and I said that, you know, a message of hatred towards Israel is not going to be
the message.
A message of love towards Palestine.
But then it's like when they shout at these buildings, these shops, it's not the people in the shops working, it's the higher management. Do you think these people care? It's just a weird thing. And it affects everybody that wants to use the bank on a Saturday that can't use it during the week. You know, I understand their cause, but
it's quite interesting because I think if we get open-air preachers, if we get preachers coming and using microphones,
I've seen the gentleman, the Indian fellow. He's had a lot of problems at the moment because he's pro-life.
He's been arrested.
Yes.
A big problem about 3 weeks ago.
I filmed him actually. I need to get in contact with him again and that, because I do a lot of filming. I'm for everybody. You know, I'm a confirmed Christian.
Yeah, I mean, ourselves in India, we believe exactly the same thing. Perhaps express it in different ways.
Yes.
I mean, I see too much suffering and pain to bring a message of judgment. I want to bring the love of Christ.
Yeah,
and the possibility for forgiveness and for being clean in our hearts and having hope.
Yeah, but do you find now even preaching the word of the gospel, the word of the book, can be construed as wrong? Some people become offended by the good book.
We will always get to the point. I mean, we met that dear lady in the blue jacket who's a Jewish lady, lovely lady. But in the end, she and I will disagree on who Jesus Christ was. I'm going to say the Son of God. I'm going to say divine. I'm going to say His Spirit is with us. I'm going to say without Him I can do nothing.
Well, people go, how can you class Jesus as God as three different people? people, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. You know.
The thing I find, I can live with mystery. I find that provided it comes with divine testimony, my faith is big enough to embrace mystery.
Yeah.
You know, if I could understand God, he'd be smaller than he is. And I think he's a great mystery in some ways.
I have found, because I've gone, throughout my life, I've gone through great turmoil, and I've had to experience things, you know, I've experienced, you know, death. You know, and I'm thinking, I've had loved ones die at young ages, and I'm thinking, okay, if there is such a divine being, why is he testing me so much? Why am I, you know, he gave me cancer, you know, why am I being tested so much? I believe, but why does he test me so much? Is that, you know, he's pushing my belief to the boundaries of where I can't believe, you know.
I understand that, and all of, you know, and I think it's like a lot of mankind to be tested like that.
Yeah.
But what I do believe is that sometimes the things that we think are going to break our faith, in a strange way, end up strengthening it.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing about the whole thing about reality, the truth, is that it has a strength that falsehood doesn't.
Yes.
And so when the testing comes against the truth, yes, it can be shaken, but it still stands.
Well, it is. The truth is righteousness, isn't it? You know, if you go forth in truth, you're righteous, aren't you? Yeah.
So what's your name, my friend?
My name's Chris.
Adrian.
Adrian, pleased to meet you. It's a pleasure. Bless you, sir. It's a really nice. Yeah, I like filming day to day, because, you know, all this is just passing us by. We take so much for granted in life, and yeah, and I just think, treat everyone, if we all treat each other the same, we can't go wrong. But I don't think we're ever going to come to that realization, is that we can all live in peace, we can all live in happiness. But yeah.
So, Chris, can I give you one of these?
Yeah,
I'm going to give you the Frank Sinatra one, if that's all right.
Yeah.
I know everyone said, what's Frank Sinatra doing on the front of the Christian leaflet? But it's all about the fact that sometimes we say, I want to live my way, I want to do my thing.
Yeah.
In actual fact, the God who made us said, there's a better way.
Yeah.
And there's a bigger plan, a better plan. So have a think. You know, if you ever want to come and talk with you on Saturday morning.
Saturday mornings.
Saturday morning,
And what's your nationality?
I am Welsh.
Really? Really? You don't sound Welsh.
I know, but my parents are English. But my father was a pastor in South Wales.
South Wales.
And he did, you know, he made a big sacrifice. He was like a public schoolboy Englishman.
Ah, right, okay.
He's deaf. My dad is
Support
deaf.
Israeli genocide
And he went
in
to a
Gaza
small
today. Because it's very
Welsh
clear
rally of
that
just
Israel
like
is in
3,000
breach
people.
of
So,
international
proper Welsh speaker then?
humanitarian law.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And Israel
it
has
was a
been
proper,
in
when he went there, it was a
breach of
Welsh mining
international
rally.
law.
Well, there you
I
go.
went to school with
57
loads
years.
and loads of Welsh.
So English was the second language in the Minor Valley.
We were English speaking,
Alright.
but we were very well.
Very well, yeah.
What I like about the Welsh is the warmth of their characters. There's a warmth there and a kind of a communal spirit there.
There's more of a communal spirit, I'd say, than the English.
I would say
A lot more in Wales.
I mean, I think Bristol is better than London. I did a little bit of work in London
Yeah.
recently, but Wales is better.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, anyway, I got to go out for today. Adrian, it's a pleasure talking to you, sir. Bless you, and you, thank you.
To divest from arms manufacturers supplying Israel, we call on Barclays to end its complicity with Israeli apartheid. Barclays Bank, of course, has a long history of supporting apartheid regimes. It supported apartheid in South Africa in the 1970s and 80s, and it is supporting an apartheid regime in Israel.
Got Dick Wad over there, look, pointing at me.
We call on Barclays to divest. We call on Barclays customers to move their money elsewhere. Don't let your money be used to support this illegal war. Don't let your country...
Hello everybody, hello generic.
...continued occupation of Palestine. We say to Barclays Bank, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Barclays Bank, you can't...
Yeah, you're right, Amanda Barnes. Leave it upside down. This country has never been in so much distress.
Barclays Bank, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Barclays Bank, you can't hide.
You're supporting genocide.
Barclays Bank, you can't hide.
You're supporting genocide.
It's time that this country ended arms sales to Israel, ended its complicity with Israel's illegal occupation.
Oh, it's starting to rain now.
We call on our government and opposition to support an unconditional arms embargo on Israel until it agrees to comply with international law. We say, Rishi Sunak, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Keir Starmer, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. Rishi Sunak, you can't hide,
You're supporting genocide.
Keir Starmer, you can't hide,
You're supporting genocide.
Rishi Sunak, you can't hide,
You're supporting genocide.
Keir Starmer, you can't hide.
You're supporting genocide.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
In our thousands and our millions!
We are all Palestinians.
In our millions and our billions!
We are all Palestinians.
In our thousands and our millions!
We are all Palestinians.
In our millions and our billions!
We are all Palestinians.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine.
So there was supposed to be a boycott today, but I don't know what's happening. Let's see if he's Go West is up in Castle Park by the look of it. Not many up there. They're all walking now. They're all walking that way down towards. So to the 131 that are joining, make sure you smash that like button. There you go, I counted them. They're not many, there's more up in Castle Park. Go West is on the way down at the moment. Remember to hit the like button, share and subscribe. It's starting to rain now. Gonna go back under the balcony. There you go. Out the rain now. We'll get moving in a bit. That's not too bad actually. The wind is pretty windy here, as you can see by the flags. Yeah, nothing's being picked up by the mic, which is all right. We've got the little fellow going around telling everybody that I'm against the protest. The guy in the old, see the guy in the fucking cycle helmet over there? He's telling everybody that I'm against it all and everything, going around. Because I asked him the last time, what about the hostages, you know? Hello, Lazarus Viva, how are you, mate? From around the corner. Thanks, Cheeky.
Here today to protest against Barclays Bank.
Yeah, every fucking week to protest against Barclays Bank. Yeah, mate.
Barclays Bank owns £1.3 billion in shares in arms companies supplying Israel with the weapons that they are currently using in Gaza to kill Palestinians. Israel has already killed over 33,000 unarmed civilians, seriously injured or maimed 78,000 unarmed civilians, simply displaced more than 2 million people from their homes, virtually all of Gaza's population. Despite this, banks like HSBC and Barclays continue to bankroll Israel's apartheid regime. Barclays Bank provides over £4 billion in loans to arms companies supplying Israel, including the Israeli-owned Elbit Systems, working here in the city of Bristol to manufacture
They work in every city.
To target
every
Palestinian
city.
Civilians. It was an Elbit drone that killed a British Bristolian aid worker in Gaza this week. A proud defender of Palestinian rights who had gone to Gaza to provide humanitarian assistance. Barclays funding also provides loans to companies like Caterpillar, manufacturing military bulldozers to destroy Palestinian homes and communities as part of a plan of ethnic cleansing, and companies like Raytheon manufacturing bunker-busting bombs to destroy resistance.
I use a bunker buster on Call of Duty, actually.
Nation.
Fucking excellent weapon.
Has been legally occupying Palestine for 57 years. Israel has been in breach of international law since 1967, and yet banks like HSBC and Barclays continue to profit from their illegal occupation of Palestinian territory. Between them, Barclays Bank and HSBC provide over $15 billion in loans to companies working in illegally occupied Palestinian land. These are companies profiting from an illegal occupation, companies profiting through the assistance of Barclays Bank. We call on Barclays customers to move your money elsewhere. Don't let your hard-earned savings be used to facilitate Israeli war crimes, to facilitate Israeli genocide in Gaza, to facilitate the ethnic cleansing of Palestinian land. We call on Barclays to divest from Israel, to divest from arms manufacturers supplying Israel. We call on the British government to introduce an immediate arms embargo on Israel. A few weeks ago, the world's highest court, the International Court of Justice, ruled that Israel may well be committing genocide in Gaza as we speak. And yet companies like Barclays and HSBC continue to profit from Israel's illegal occupation regime. We say shame on you, Barclays, shame on you, Rishi Sunak, shame on you, Keir Starmer.
Fucking rain. We get under something in a minute, it's getting a bit drizzly. I'll go west this, finish this, will you? Oh. Here we go, here we go. Why don't you just piss off back over there? Why have you got to come over and hassle people? Huh?
I know what your game is.
What is my game then? Come on.
Well, what is your game?
Come on. No, you just told me you know what my game is, so come and tell me. You want to come over and hassle me? Come in and tell me, come on. You want to come over and hassle me? Come in and hassle me. Alright? You want to come and get in my space? Get in my space.
Whoa!
Get out of my space. Get out of my space. You dickhead. Why don't you? Huh? You're a fascist, aren't you? Why don't I what? Why don't I what? Yeah, you are. Because you just come over here to hassle people. Because I am, because I can. Why is that CCTV camera filming you over there? You complete dickhead, aren't you? Complete dickhead. You're a complete dickhead. You what's that?
Are you part of the police?
Am I part of the police?
Are you filming to prevent crime?
Am I filming to prevent a crime? Are you a fucking idiot? You're an idiot.
I don't really value your opinion.
Fascist. Don't talk to fascists. What, is a fascist a swear word, is it? Huh? You quite like to chuck around Nazi and Zionist, don't you? That's what you normally chuck around, you dickhead. So am I. But yet I don't approach anybody, do I? Do I? Yeah. You approached me and stuck that sign in my face, didn't you? So of course I'm going to push it out of my face and out of my space. But you got to remember, everything's on my camera, dude. Everything's on my camera. That's right.
What do you plan to do with it?
Well, I'm doing nothing at the moment because you're live to 200 people.
I'm lying.
Live online at the moment. 200 people watching.
Sorry, meant to start it out.
Huh? We support charity at home. Yeah, we're trying to stop Barclays Bank from funding Israel because Israel's committing war crimes. You know, like in Gaza,
Yeah.
they've killed 33,000 people so far. And it's Barclays that is funding it partly. So we're trying to campaign, well, firstly, to get Barclays customers to move their money to other banks until Barclays agrees to divest from Israel and from arms manufacturers supporting Israel. That's what we're campaigning for.
Yeah, he certainly did.
I don't know why this man's filming us, trying to explain.
Who's the clown? Some fascist that decided to come and stand over and harass people. You know what I mean? They're very good at doing that. Say again, I'm not really listening to you. You know what I mean? No.
All of our activities are in the public domain.
Say again?
All our activities are in the public domain. I've got nothing to hide here.
So why are you coming over putting a sign in front of my camera then?
Because I don't know who you're going to send this to. Are those people then going to target individuals?
No one targets anybody. No one targets anybody.
I
What about the mainstream media then, when they put you online then? So what happens then?
What about it?
So you're telling me then, you don't know where it's going,
Yeah.
okay? It's going out to the world.
My concern is that
Yeah.
you could be a far-right activist.
No, I'm not
who's
far right.
using
No, I'm not
this-
far right, but you
using
people like to
this-
class people as far right.
Well, who were you circulating this information
I'm circulating it to everybody. I'm circulating it on my channel,
Right.
on my YouTube channel, for the world to see. But all they ever get is people like you walking up to me and sticking a placard and giving me abuse. You don't want to talk. You don't want. And when I actually ask questions,
and why? That's all.
no. It gets it all the time. Is if as soon as I don't agree or I try and say something different, I get called a Zionist, a fascist, and everything. You know nothing. Well, no, because it's a bit like the police. Yeah, they wear a uniform. It doesn't matter if I know that officer or the 20 other officers around him. They'll all wear the same uniform. You're carrying the same placards. You're fighting for the same cause, so you're all the same. Okay? Well, you've got factions within your group that are only here to cause trouble. Okay? They might say they're on your side, but they're here to cause trouble.
I don't speak for anybody else. I speak for
No.
myself.
Well, then you got like the anti-fascists, Antifa, and everybody that stands with you, and they're the ones that shout abuse.
If I was doing something that was in breach of the law, I'm sure the police would have arrested me, wouldn't they?
Exactly, and it's the same for me, and it's the same
entitled
for
to
me.
stand
You
here
are entitled to stand
and
here.
ask you why you're filming.
You are, and I've got a right to stand here and not speak to you and engage with you, haven't I?
You have a right to stand
Right?
here. That's fine.
But coming up to somebody when they haven't even interacted or even said anything to any of your group, coming up to somebody, sticking a sign in front of their face before even asking them is mighty rude. Well, it's the same difference because I was behind the camera, so it's in front of my face, isn't it? It's mighty rude and disrespectful. And it shows what your plight is really about. It's shutting everyone down there.
Are you pro-Israel then?
No, I'm not pro nobody. I think both sides have done atrocities and they need to really sit down and talk to each other. That's what I really think.
I would agree that a negotiated
Right.
solution is
Really a negotiate, because this is actually drawn out and thousands of people are being killed. And it's innocent people normally, not soldiers, innocent people.
That's right.
Okay, and that's what I'm disgusted about. But because I see it from both sides, okay, they both, you got to admit, Israel and Palestine, they've both done atrocious things, both sides. And they need to sit down and talk about it. But sitting there and shouting, you done this, you done that, you done this, you're just batting back a slanging match. You're not going to open any sort of real discourse, are you? Okay? And it's really the government that are really, doing all this. Come on.
Well, the Israeli government
And the British
has
government.
widespread support.
And the British government.
And the British government.
You know what I mean? They could stop this war tomorrow if they wanted to.
But it's also being bankrolled by banks like Barclays.
It's being bankrolled by a lot more major banks than just Barclays, isn't it? HSBC, it's by all of them. And I am not.
But you're
I'm
saying they're all the same, and they're not. Barclays and HSBC have massive investments with Israel.
Yeah.
The other banks, I'm not saying they don't have any links, but they're not on the same scale.
But I've got people within your group, and I know that a lot of them don't. But there's people within the Palestinian movement, Free Palestine, that support Hamas. Do you support Hamas?
I support the right of people to resist.
But do you
occupation.
support Hamas though?
I support people's right to resist occupation.
Why can't you give me a straight answer, yes or no?
Do you support the right of people to resist occupation?
No, I don't support terrorist acts. No, I don't.
That's not why I asked you.
No. I don't support anybody that's killing anybody in a terroristic act. Now, Hamas is a prescribed terrorist organisation.
I don't support attacks on unarmed civilians.
But I don't support attacks by a prescribed terrorist organisation, isn't it?
People have a legitimate right to resist.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
if our country was occupied, if this country was occupied,
yeah,
you probably would support resistance to the occupation, wouldn't you?
not a terroristic occupation, no.
But you would support resistance.
I can't support terrorists, no.
I'm not asking you to support terrorists.
But this is what fundamentally you're asking me to do. Fundamentally, you're asking me to support a terrorist organisation. You are, because not one person have I spoke to within the Palestinian movement has turned around and said to me, I denounce Hamas. Not one person. So if you cannot denounce a terrorist organisation, you are a terrorist.
Like other organisations,
Yeah.
Hamas do have a right to resist an illegal occupation.
But Hamas is
They
a
don't
prescribed
have a
terrorist organisation, isn't it?
in this country.
in this, it's a prescribed terrorist organisation in this country. And if you support Hamas, you're a terrorist.
I didn't say that. I said they have a right to resist occupation. What they don't have a right to do is to kill unarmed non-combatants. So I think that's...
But isn't that what they're doing? They're using non-armed combatants as human shields?
Well, the October the 7th attack certainly involved, involved attacks on unarmed...
So why is no one talking about the October 7th attacks then within the Palestinian movement?
Have said that we oppose that attack. I oppose that attack.
Yeah. But I don't see anybody saying Hamas, they denounce Hamas and it's a terrorist organisation, because it is. And anybody...
I've literally just said to you.
Yeah, but you haven't said you denounce Hamas. You just said to me, do you support a group of people that are fighting for their freedoms? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're fighting for their freedoms or not. They're still a terrorist organisation.
Well, I don't accept that.
You don't accept, so you support Hamas then?
No, I didn't say
No,
that.
so you are in a roundabout way, but you don't want to be. You don't want to tell me straight that you support Hamas because you don't want to be tarred as a terrorist, because you know it's an offence. Yeah, it's an offence to support Hamas, isn't it? And that's why you won't turn around and tell me that you're in full support of Hamas.
That's your interpretation.
Well, you're not disparaging me in any way, are you?
What I'm saying is, if an army is occupying your country...
Yeah, but Hamas isn't an army though, is it?
The IDF is an army.
Right, yeah, the IDF, the Israeli Defence Force.
Palestine,
yeah.
And people have a right to resist that occupation.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah, but they're a terrorist organisation. They're prescribed in law as terrorists.
Well, that does not mean that people don't have a right to resist illegal occupation.
Oh, that's okay then. So we have a right then, if anybody does us wrong, we have a right to do anything we want. You do something wrong to me, I have a right to kill them. I have a right to do anything. Well, this is what you're telling me. If I don't agree, okay.
If this country was occupied,
yeah.
you would be justified.
Would I be justified, would I?
There's no other way to achieve it. If this country was occupied illegally, you would have a right to resist that. You know, and are you saying you wouldn't?
Not in a terroristic manner, like Hamas is prescribed. I don't agree with Hamas. Oh, I'm patriot to this country. I'm more patriot than you think, my sir. More patriot than you think.
Yeah, that's my suspicion.
Yeah. What, your suspicion? What? Because I'm patriotic to this country, what does that make me? Far right, does it?
When you talk about patriotism, is that it's actually a far right interpretation of patriotism.
No! I'm for everybody. No, you think so. Yeah. You think so. So, really? Okay. That's your opinion.
You don't have any links to the far right?
I have no links to far right. In fact, I denounce a lot of the far right, actually. What they class as the far right. Say it?
Who's your audience for your videos?
Anybody that watches them.
I know that.
I don't control my demographic, do I? This video might appeal to you, but it might not appeal to the 20 other people. It all depends, doesn't it? It's IRL, it's in real life.
But
it's unedited.
What kind of people usually watch your videos?
I don't know, because I don't control my demographic. I don't control it. I don't say, right, there's tick boxes when I put a video up. Like, I want it to go to that demographic, that demographic, that demographic. I don't control the algorithm.
That you ought to. And actually, there's probably quite a lot we could agree on.
Honestly, because I don't see left and right, because that's to keep the divide. If there's a left and a right, it's to keep the divide, and that's what they want, because they don't want us to unite. All right? So if they can divide us, put us into two groups, it's a bit like a flock of sheep, isn't it? If one sheep stood up against the wolf's going to have him and tear him apart. But if every sheep stood up against the wolf, they're going to tear the wolf apart, aren't they? And that's why they keep pitting us left and right. Oh, you're far right. You've got to be. You're a lefty. You're woke. You're this. You're that. You're pigeonholed. But we're all pigeonholed into a group, aren't we?
I see what you're saying.
Because we all can't unite.
I think, it is about getting down to the fundamental issues here in this conflict between Israel and Palestine. I agree with that.
It's like with every conflict, it's the Ukrainian-Russian conflict. I think that was just pitted to keep us all divided.
And I also agree that Israel is not going to negotiate unless they have to. I mean, why would they? Why would they want to negotiate? They've got it all. So, yes.
There's a lot of things that we probably would agree on. A hell of a lot of things fundamentally we would agree on. And I hand on my heart now, I am not a far right activist. I might agree on lots of things with you, but if I disagree on some things, that doesn't make me a bad person.
The reason I was concerned the reason I was concerned is that we know that far-right activists do film people.
I know
they
that.
Put that material online, and sometimes that is used to actually target individuals.
But I've been targeted. I've been targeted by Antifa. I've been targeted by Antifa, right? Because I film. Look, I film lots of demonstrations, right? I film what they class as the far right demonstrations, right? When I attend those demonstrations, because I'm filming them, it's guilt by association. It's because I'm there filming it.
I don't know anything about. That's why I was suspicious.
Honestly, I'm not. I'm Bristolian, as you can tell. I'm Bristolian, through and through. I'm born and bred in this city. I love this city.
That's great.
Honestly,
if we don't know who you are,
you've got nothing to worry about. I am just a guy that films everything. I am for. Honestly, look, can we part as friends now, or as somebody with a little bit of understanding?
There's two people with a bit of understanding.
And look, I would give everybody the time of day. Lots of people that you do class as far right, they won't give you the time of day. Because they will bark and bark and bark. They're right. I will enter a civil discourse with you and talk.
That's fair enough.
And I appreciate it. And
with mutual non-aggression pact or something.
I'm here, and I'm, and I know what you're doing. I know what the cause is, but it's got to be on both sides, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you.
That is why, you see every man has to die. Whether you like it or not, no matter how old are you are going to die one day.
Wow.
This life, this world is not the end of everything. There is life after death.
What do you think of that, guys?
There is life after death. Every one of us, we are going to appear before the throne of God one day. That is the reason why
he wouldn't denounce Hamas, though, would he?
To let you know what everyone is going to face.
He wouldn't denounce Hamas. Rosie, what do you mean by TF can't see the real picture, can't see the true picture? And I know Kent Pager, I know, but we got to get out of this left and right bollocks. We really do, because that keeps the divide, But I'm sorry if some of you disagree with what I said or anything. It's the truth. I think it's because people, you know, tarred me as far right, left. I don't class myself as anything. That's all they want us to do. They want us to fight. All the time. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah, he did. He wanted me to be an angry far-right man, didn't he? Really?
That destroyed humanity. It was only Noah and his children. It was only Noah and his family that escaped the destruction. Here today, we are here to minister unto you. God has sent us to you. I pray that you will listen. I pray that you will listen to us as God has sent us to you today. I pray that you will not mock us. I pray that you will not laugh at us. So, why are we here today? Just to tell you what Jesus went through because of you, because of me, because of us. What Jesus went through. Because of you, Jesus was mocked. Because of you, he suffered, for the sin he did not commit. Because of you. Yes, Jesus was nailed on the cross so that your own shame will be taken away from you.
Yeah, that's true.
So that you will make it to heaven. That is why Jesus died. Like I said earlier, no one can love you the way Jesus loves you. No one can love you the way God loves you.
Well, that's what I mean. It got to start denouncing Hamas.
Son,
not one person will.
Of dying for you, to the point of dying for me. That shows extent, to which God, loves you. No man can offer his only son to go and die for the whole world. Nobody will do that. No man will do that. No man will release his only son to go and die for somebody. Even me, I cannot do it. I can't do it. But just to know how deep God, really loved us, he released his only begotten son.
Right.
Whose name is Jesus.
They're all like that, and I let's go at that.
Every one of us. My brothers and sisters, why are you mocking God? Why are you saying there is no God? Why are you saying there is no God? There is God in heaven. Top of heaven and the earth. The God that created you. He is love. God is the God. God is the God.
He's having a shite. I can change the battery in a minute. To me, that's saying Hamas is justified then, isn't it? Weird that. Yeah, look, chucking up a Nazi salute there, look. Bit of a Nazi salute. Hello mate, alright? Yeah, not bad.
Problems with that before?
Yeah. I seen sorted mate. Getting smaller and smaller every week, isn't it?
Just gonna be me and you soon, mate. That's
Yeah. Have a good holiday? You was in fucking Jib Jib.
That was filmed last June.
Was it? I was like, oh, he's on holiday.
Because I know some soldiers went over there.
Oh yeah?
And they only went over there because I filmed it a little bit last year. I spoke to them. And they
right.
were over there filming.
Ah.
Yeah, Alderton, Yorkshire and Gwentham. They went over.
Ah. So what businesses did they shout out on today then? I got a... Yeah, I got a...
You live, Art?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
I told them that everyone knew were live earlier as well.
I think one of them tuned in.
Yeah, probably.
What about one?
I got a...
Bad on my live feed, one of them.
Yeah, your feed was pretty
Crap.
pretty distorted, mate.
Yeah, all day. That's why I haven't done it.
That's the only problem, yeah. That's why I don't film off my camera anymore, off my phone. Yeah, I got to change me back. He was chucking up the old Roman salute just now. Yeah, the old Nazi. Yeah, he's chucking it up, mate. Holding the Palestinian bloody banner. It's looking great. Yeah. Is it? Hiya, buddy. What's your name?
Will.
Will. Hiya, Will, mate. Pleased to meet you.
You know his channel, yeah?
He's one as well. Go West Audits.
Been watching you Charlie Beach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Beachy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch him when he was a Love Police. Yeah. When he done Occupy London and all that. Yeah. Oh shit. I need to get batteries on charge quick before it goes flat.
I'm going to dive down there, Chris.
Alright mate, I'll be down there in a minute. Sorry guys, I got to jump on a battery. I got no battery left in my live view. Just noticed it. Shite. There we go. We just had to do a battery change there, guys.
And they're probably like 18 and they're like, oh god.
When you get home, refresh Nightbot. Why does it stop working?
Thanks for coming on the Boycott tour and being here at Barclays. Round of applause. Well done everyone. We just wanted to explain the order of what's happening now. So We're just organising our speakers. We've got a few speakers today, and then we'll do, for those of you who want to partake in a die-in. So that will be the order of events. So hopefully
A what in?
a few minutes.
A what in?
Where's our chanters? We could have that while we're waiting. Free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine! 1, 2, 3, 4. Occupation, no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. Israel is a terrorist state. Israel is a terrorist state. In our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. In our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians. In our millions, in our billions. We are all Palestinians. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine. Free, free, Palestine. While we're shopping, while we're shopping, while we're shopping, while we're shopping, free, 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 ceasefire now, 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 ceasefire now. Thank you, chanters. Brilliant job. Just going to introduce Has, who's from the Bristol Uni Occupation.
Woo!
Hi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hello, here you go.
I'm Haz. I have been part of a group of students occupying the University
nice
of
one, mate.
Bristol for the past 4 weeks. For the past
Yeah, I was watching that video, I thought, oh, lucky sod, going on holiday.
management offices.
I thought that weather was nice there.
We have been
Can't afford to go anywhere at the moment.
No, I only went to Gib once, but that's when I was on holiday in Spain. I went over to Gibraltar for the day. Right, in Gib?
Right, Spain. I worked in Gib.
Can you speak gibberish, can you?
I can speak gibberish. Habla gibberish.
We were occupying because the University
I used to love it, going there.
22 million
Used to go onto the island and then I used to like speak, and you can understand a bit of it. It's like pidgin English, isn't it? It's like speak.
See, please.
These companies include companies like Rolls-Royce, which
Yeah.
help to build and design drones that are used by the Israeli military in the genocide of Palestinians.
Yeah.
The Vice Chancellor, Evelyn
Oh yeah, yeah.
has
Crossing the frontier every day.
Little England, isn't
been
it?
very helpful.
It's not so easy now, though, mate.
No?
In her
Because you've got to have proof that
students,
you're living there now. Even if you go on holiday now,
not everyone
You got to have proof,
you're
is
on
it?
your own. You've got to have proof of an
definitions
address
of
where you're
human
staying.
rights.
Ah.
Show that you've got about €3,000.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Otherwise, we won't let you in.
When asked about her views on
I did go to
direct
Gib. I went to
action
Gib just last year.
Mm.
that the suffragettes
Well, yes, when I
probably
went,
held back the
my
women's
daughter's wedding.
vote for
Got
several
married
years.
over there.
Yeah. They always said, innit?
I flew into Gib, but my hotel was in
Spain. That's weird,
And I
isn't
was
it?
trying to get, that's what I booked, it's cheaper, isn't it?
million
So I tried to get
pounds
my bags now from the
Yeah.
plane into Spain. And they weren't going to let
Yeah,
me. They
EasyJet
said
flies
you've got to
into
show
Gib,
proof
don't
that
they?
you're there. I said,
Is
well,
it EasyJet?
3,000
Yeah, well, straight from
Palestinians
Bristol.
Yeah,
are
yeah.
dead. And our
But they said I had to show proof that I had a hotel
to
booked
bank-
in Spain, right?
Wow.
And I couldn't get it up on my phone because I couldn't
continues
get
to
it.
invest
I hadn't
Yeah.
connected to the internet or nothing.
Yeah.
And they weren't going to let me in. It's like,
companies that
Oh dear. I remember going on a coach thing from Benidorm, driving all the way down to Gib. Yeah, it's a long way from Benidorm. Benomadino it
that's
was.
about 8 hours,
we
isn't
ended
it?
the occupation
Something like that.
2 days ago.
It's halfway up Spain.
It is, you have to drive all the way down the coast, all the way around and onto the island.
Despite the
How many old Bill here today? It's nice to see police actually, because normally they don't have any.
peaceful protest.
I think they put these out on training. That's why he done
We are
that.
not finished.
PCS over there.
Did you go up to the Elbit system one?
Yeah, yeah.
They got
For the university to divest.
they're actually living up there, aren't they? Up by Aztec.
Yeah, and the other one. There's two places that are in there.
I haven't been to the one in Aztec.
Immediate and permanent ceasefire.
Filmed by the Rolls Royce there.
Yeah, I was going to go down there and put my drone up.
It's always bad weather, isn't it?
Yeah, every time, like the last one that was there, it was pissing down. I was going to go. I was actually set the live up.
Yeah, I know. You said it's going to be there.
Yeah.
I was there, man. I got a video.
Is that when you were smoking in the thing? He told you to fuck off.
Down in the rain.
Yeah, you wouldn't allow to smoke in the smoke shelter. That's bizarre, that was. I haven't been out doing anything hardly. I think this was the last protest I did here.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here.
Oh, that one at Bristol City Ground, that was a good one.
Yeah, you've done that one.
Did you go down in the afternoon, did you, or the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the afternoon. It was basically all over when I got
Yeah, Antifa spent most of the time harassing me, didn't it?
I know, that was a good one though, wasn't it? Just what you want, isn't it?
It was nice
Your
that
channel, right?
that's what I mean. I spoke to the guy over there that was hassling me. He hassled me. We ended on, we didn't part as friends. We parted as a non-aggressive, mutual understanding type thing. But he didn't like it when I pushed the sign back into his face because he was right in mine, so I went like that.
As a British, as a Palestinian, and I'm a British Palestinian.
But it looks like they've shut Barclays, isn't it? Is that shut? That's what I mean. What about all the people that can't get out midweek to the bank there?
Yeah, they rely on coming down on a Saturday morning, yeah.
Killing my own people, my children, my
But there are staff upstairs there, so.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah, they are. They can see them. That's all right, though, isn't it? They didn't care, is it?
Don't destroy my childhood, my memory, you know. But I don't get.
I'm going to change lenses a minute, guys, because I want to get a close shot on her.
As a number. We should not be number because we are human. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to change lenses, guys, a minute.
What language you speak, what color, what religion you come from. At the end of the day, we are human. Human who care about each other. We can eat one village. Care about each other. Right now, in the eyes of our government, they should support me as I'm a British.
Get this bad boy on.
They leave me throttled in the bed and they want me to die. But you know what? I am strong because I come from Gaza and they teach me.
2 sets, guys, lens change.
If you are come from Gaza, you don't have to be strong because you know you've been there, you know the fear. But they teach you. I grew up with grandma because I lost my mom and dad when I was 5 years old. This is absolutely no one can understand.
Why do they blame Israel for all the things that's been going on in Gaza? I mean, it's Hamas, isn't it? It's controlling it.
I had that guy, he wouldn't denounce them. He wouldn't denounce them.
If the complicity, they put it aside and not the house.
What I wanted to do, guys,
But why you tell me?
is show you,
Why you want to hug
if I can,
He said, I hug you for one reason. Because if they want to bombard the house,
staff
we will die.
inside the window up
all
there.
together.
There's all the Barclays Bank staff up there.
They say the bomb is blind and your body can go anywhere and will take time to come under the rubber. And that's the way they teach us. God is the beauty. It's not anymore. I'm really sad.
So that is the
You know, I'm really struggling
Barclays
to
staff.
cope with the war all my life. It's very hard. And wherever you go, bro, you carry with you. Because believe me, as now as I speak, my memory bouncing back. I look in my childhood. Where is the war? It's horrible. I have nightmares every night. You know, I live with a British family. They love me. They do everything for me. But they don't understand when I jump off the bed sometime in the night because the war. You imagine There are 2 billion people in Palestine now. Most of them children. They will carry the same thing I carry now. Suffering. Because no one wants to interfere. To say enough is enough. I believe enough is enough. Palestinian people have the right to live. Not hate Israelis. We can live together.
They put up the health and safety sign up in the window.
Don't tell me you can't kill my mom and my dad and I will forgive you. No, you will build hate on me. And that's you do. You build in hate.
She looks happy.
I want to tell the government, stop being blind and choose one side. We are British, as I am a Palestinian, and I am proud to be Palestinian, and I am proud to be British too. Act as British people will do. Not look one side and be blind. Look the both sides. There are innocent children dying there. It's very hard. It's very hard. I really, it's very hard. I cannot say, there's a lot to say, but I want to say last thing. I was with my nephew 2 days ago. One of my finger in the fight, and most of people, they noticed that. I was 5 years old, I lost my finger, and he came to me and said, Uncle, why you have short finger? You know, what you want to say? I don't want to harm him, I don't want to tell him the story. I said to him, I lost my finger. You know, he went home and I tell his mom, Uncle Wael lost his finger. Where Uncle Wael lost his finger? I don't want to tell him I lost a finger in Palestine.
Never let there's the same left the idiot. It was over the
He's 5 years old.
east spot, isn't he now?
Thank you very much for everyone. Please keep going and support Palestine. Palestinian need you.
Thank you very much for joining us for speaking today, Wael. Wael will also be speaking at the Grand Iftar for Palestine at St Mark's Road tomorrow in Easton, if you'd like to join us there as well. Wael will also be speaking at the Grand Iftar for Palestine at St Mark's Road tomorrow in Easton, if you'd like to join us there.
Thank you, Rose. I'll try and be brief. It feels like this week has been a real sea change in the British state, kind of slowly falling in line with public opinion for the last 6 months. The majority of British people have been opposed to the war in Israel.
That's true, Muttley.
And now it seems like
very true.
In the right direction. Now that is entirely down to the resistance of the Palestinian people and the solidarity shown by people on the street. The problem is, what we're fighting for right now, when we're fighting for ceasefire, is a return to the status quo. It's a return to the... Right. The bank shut me. No, it's just shut. Right. Anyway. Right. Sorry. So, what we're fighting for right now is a return to status quo, return to oppression and occupation of Palestinian people and apartheid in 48 Palestine. What we need to do is to build the resistance in Britain to support the liberation of Palestine and the total freedom of the Palestinian people. And to do that, we need to change the calculations that British imperialist state makes. We need to make it common sense for British people to support the Palestinians and to support liberation. One of the ways that that's been done in the past, when it became common sense, it became the norm to support the end of apartheid in South Africa, was the mass boycott of South African goods and the boycott of South African cultural activities. In Bristol, we led the way with that in the 1980s. St Paul was the first apartheid-free zone where no shops stocked Palestinian goods, and we drove Barclays Bank out of St Paul's because they refused to divest. Eventually that campaign was successful. Barclays divested from South Africa, and eventually apartheid fell. And we can do it again. shops in Eastern and St Paul's and hopefully eventually the rest of the city will boycott stocking any fresh produce from Israel. The reason we go...
Hello, Ems. How are you?
Simple thing. The shopkeepers can identify, they can say on the label, this says Israel, no way, send it back. The strategy is going to be that we knock on every single door in Eastern and St Paul's. We speak to our neighbours and we speak to them about Palestine and we convince them to join the struggle and to commit to a boycott. At the same time, we go into every single shop and we say to them, look, your community supports a boycott. Stop stocking Israeli goods. So there's no way that you can go and support boycott to buy anyway. But we need people to get involved and to sign up for knocking doors and speaking to shopkeepers. My comrades over there, by the flag, they've got QR codes and you can scan to join the WhatsApp group to find out more about training, what role they're going to be knocking on doors, and which shopkeepers to we need to build this beyond the people who are already in solidarity with Palestine and turn it into common sense to do that with massive community action. Solidarity, comrades, victory for resistance.
From me several times before. Bristol, North Bristol's got one of the largest concentrations of arms companies in Western Europe. Shame. I hear a shame, yeah. Albion has got not one but 2 locations up there in North Bristol. What do you say? And here in the midst of our shopping centre, Barclays Bank has billions of pounds invested in arms companies.
Keith said.
Weapons, arms companies.
Oh, he's the guy with the Union flag. They were Christians preaching the gospel.
This is death and destruction.
That's what the guy with the Union flag was. They were preaching the gospel.
And we have our links with Palestine and with Gaza, and we have them close to our heart. We're going to organise a die-in. We haven't done a die-in before. It's going to take a bit of setting up.
Die-in? What the fuck is that?
Can I ask the people with the tour banner, could you move that row away from me? Can I have a team of volunteers, possibly people who don't want to lie on the ground, to come and pick up the long Stop Arming Israel banner?
They don't allow the English flag or the British flag anymore. Gets blacked out, I think.
And then this full banner here is going to come up. We've got a selection of banners. But you're doing a great job. Just heard that our last speaker has just arrived. So you're going to hear from that speaker and then we'll go back to the die-in plan.
Fucking die-in? What the fuck is that? Fucking Antifa over there.
I want to share something I wrote just recently. I'm sure all of us saw the footage of the 4 young men being targeted and killed by an Israeli drone. And it was one of those moments where I was looking at this footage that a year ago was shocked me to my core and broken my heart completely. It would have really been a kind of event in my life just to see this. But we've become so swamped with cascade of horror since October 7th that I found myself not feeling much. I need to find my so this is an attempt at, often what I write, basically it's an attempt at remembering the human reality of what's happening. I'm sick and to my stomach and I can't sleep. Drug pumping in my ears as my heart beats. 4 boys murdered. 4 boys walking in the sun, with their arms and their collarbones and arteries, with their universes carried in their minds, and their miraculous eyes, and their memories, and their scarred knees. 4 boys, each a walking monument of care. How his mother held him lovingly and calmly. How his father held his hands and helped him find his feet. How he learned to laugh from his auntie. How he watched dust dancing in a sun-scarred teaspoon. How he swung his little sister at the party. 4 boys, each a huge of you, each a cascade of feeling and human truth. Not a god, not a hero, but a sacred boy.
It's part, that is part of the military covenant.
Oh, he was some black dude, wasn't it? He was the first black leader in Wales, or ever, I think.
Collapsing into nothingness, sucking void, inverts all life into absence and agony, the world weeping. My boys, my boys.
What, the guy speaking? Yeah, he is. Why?
I'm really glad to see you here. I'm really glad to see you here. Thank you. Remember your mum speaking for the last month, I think, and I'm very, very glad to see you there and do this. I'm just going to do one more, and do one other question, the wonderful Barclays who have been supporting apartheid, exploitation, extractivism, the destruction of the planet, the destruction of the human body.
Yeah, they are. It's like the Palestinian protests. They're not Palestinians anymore. They're all white liberals. Yeah, he's using a radio mic, so you'll be able to boost in on the signal, mate, if you get the right. I wonder if I can boost it. Hang on, where's me scanner? Where's me radio scanner? If I can pick the frequency up, what he's got it, I'll be able to boot in on it.
And the companies that they're giving loans to, the underwriting, that they're manufacturing armaments and component parts for armaments, drone systems for the machinery that is slaughtering human beings at the moment. Panic in the storerooms, panic on the TV news, a new tsunami of humans trying to seek the truth. Truth seekers know that bullshit isn't Beetlejuice, and no matter how much you repeat it, it will not be true. But you can build a happy Zion on the bleeding roots of stolen olive trees, or the gullet of a grieving youth. I watch a brother pick up morsels of his sibling's ear. He says, an hour ago my family was living here. I heard the bomb and ran, but look, everyone was dead.
Remember to hit that like, share and subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and remember to hit all notifications, please, and that will inform you of every time I upload a video or go live.
Enough of lies blocking up our screens. Enough of all the horrors blocking up our throats and mouths. We have seen, and what we've seen must be spoken out, must be acted on, whether a slingshot or a closed account. All machinery of death must be broken down. Who built the bomb that killed the toddler in his sister's lap? Who made the systems in the aeroplane that dropped the bomb? Who gave the sums of money that enabled all of that? And sit in offices in Bristol like there's nothing wrong. Barclays, funding death with our savings. Barclays, death to mothers and to babies. It seems a million miles away and just a story, but fathers, there is blood here in for me. Blood
thank you, Mint.
Funding death with our hard earned. Barclays, death to brothers and to fathers. It seems impossible to ever change the story, but fathers, there is power here in me. Power to you all. Thank you. And I think that there's been a lot of good news recently about the power of boycott, hasn't there? A lot of companies are really hurting, seeing their profits really damaged and affected, and it really, really does work. You know, the huge Barclays boycott during South African apartheid really worked. Barclays did divest from the South African apartheid regime. So this is, it's worth you being here. It's worth every post we do on social media raising awareness. Let's give people back the power and the awareness that there are things we can do right here. We'd love to each one of you. We'd love to PAL Action doing their amazing action factories and headquarters all around the country. Every one of us is there. Thank you.
Power to the people. Power to the people. We change the world.
Power to the people, and we are the people. So we're going to go back to the plan to do the dying. Now we don't blame the workers. We love you. We want you to be on our side. We know that you've got hearts. We know you've got consciences. And we know that you don't want Barclays back investing all that money in the arms industry. Thank you. Round of applause for the long-suffering workers. Workers are not the problem. Thank you. Right, back to setting up for the die-in, folks. So we got the banners in position. We're going to do the die-in here on this space in front. Don't tread on dead babies, please. The running order is going to be, we're going to start with a siren. We ask you to lie on the ground, it's lucky to cry, for about 3 minutes. There will be a solemn drum beat. And we will call the end. We will all stand up. We need to empower ourselves and lift our spirits because this is a tough journey that we're on. So we will be singing We Shall Overcome, the famous song from the civil rights movement back in the 50s and 60s, when they thought they could never win, and in the end they did. Okay, people who want to take part in the line, if you move forward please. We'll start off with a siren. Don't be shy. Any resources like collecting buckets or other things that have to go back to Castle Park, we'll be asking for a hand with that afterwards. Thank you so much.
Have a die-in.
folks. It's a very solemn moment. Thank you so much. Have a round of applause for the people who have been lying here on the floor, feeling the pain, feeling the death and destruction in Gaza. Thank you so much. If you want to get up now and form a line with your backs to the banner, or a big circle.
Lens change, guys. Lens change.
That inspired so many people during the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s, and maybe they felt that they could not overcome the injustice that was being made to them. So whenever these in position, thank you.
Just doing a lens change, guys.
Thank you so much. Okay, this is the
Thank you everyone. Give a round of applause because that was so emotional. Thanks again everyone. We've just got a few announcements. I've mentioned already the Grand Iftar for Palestine tomorrow, St Mark's Road. Please be there from 6:50. We've got Brother Will speaking again. Really the day tomorrow is a time of reflection following the fast, so you know, the Palestine in our minds, so we hope to see you there. We've got the Elbit Filton Mass Rally next Saturday the 13th of April, and there's some leaflets here, please help yourself.
If you want me to film that one, guys,
So that's for next Saturday.
put one in the chat,
And then Bristol
but also share out my work because it helps the channel.
Saturday the 20th of April. Look out for updates on that on the BPA social media. And thanks again everyone for coming.
But don't talk out on the, don't speak out on the PSA website on Facebook. It's because they ban you. It's because I only mentioned the LGBTQIA+ flag at a Palestine protest. And I said the irony of that, and they banned me from the group. Yeah. So they're not full freedom, really.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. In our thousands, in our millions. We are all Palestinians.
No, we're not though, are we?
We are all Palestinians.
Bit weird that.
Millions, in our billions. We are all Palestinians. In our millions, in our billions. We are all Palestinians.
No, because I can't afford it and I can't fund it myself, so no, I can't go to London. I'm financially ruined, so I can't afford to go anywhere.
Doing a shout out to volunteers. We cannot do these actions.
I can't, unfortunately.
Please come and volunteer. If you have some spare time, come and see the chap who's standing next to me now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Not many, Kent. If you had it, it's 1998. Not many. That's it. You imagine, right? For me to get to London, that's £80 train return to London. Then there's obviously your food a day. So you're talking that's a trip to London for me to stream. It's going to cost me around about £150, just to even go and get back, and for food for the day, about £150. If I had an endless pot of cash, right, I would be out like I used to be. But now, I don't get the money, so I can't. Looks like they're all finishing up now. Looks like it anyway. They've had their they've done their wokeness for the week. Yeah, I had enough when it began, mate. I had enough at the beginning. Good job I didn't bring me drone today because I knew it would be windy. Yeah, I won't get it up today. Oh, the battery, it'll stay there, but the battery would be like 5 minutes because it's like.
I don't think Eddie was there. We're not with this real strong gas.
It would be struggling.
To be honest, see the guy with the yellow helmet just there? Go and ask him. He's a protester at the end of the day. He'll tell you more about it.
It's a protest for humanity, but for humanity.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? It's not about the group. For example, look, if they come for me, I'm going to say anything. Sooner or later they're going to come for me. I'm saying that the way I see it.
They come for everybody eventually.
The way I see it, everybody should stand against evil. It doesn't matter what side it is. I don't care if it's man one side, the other side, it doesn't matter. Everybody should stand against evil.
Yeah, ask the guy with the yellow hat on it. Tell him I said. They fucking hate me for that.
Mate, they hate me. That one in the yellow hat has already been pointing at me and telling all his mates.
Yeah, they get people to come up to me just now.
Yeah, they won't come up to me no more because they know I give them what for, and I ask them awkward questions. Just get onto the Hamas subject, mate. Yeah, get onto the Hamas subject. They cry off on that.
Are you against Palestinians? I said no. I said I'm against Hamas.
Oh yeah, that guy over there, he won't denounce Hamas, mate. I said just denounce them. Say you're against them. He said, would you be against a group of people that are fighting for their freedoms of the country? I said, if they're terrorists, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's it. Might have a walk around the tank. Got to edit a video of him chucking the Roman up. He was full on giving the Nazi salute right from here as well, mate. Right from here. Right from here and up as well.
Oh, he's off again.
Fucking hell, what's he?
I let mine over here. There we go, big guy. Go away. Enough.
This is our kicking off. The homeless are kicking off. Tis was, yeah. Saturdays. Later, Hasdak. Ignore it. Hello, mate. All right. How you doing? Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, keep it going, mate.
Lovely. Thank you.
Always watching it.
Yeah, well, we got to show the shit, haven't we?
Mate, there's so much going on these days. Absolutely incredible. Yeah.
I think this is it. This is the next.
My daughter, what's going on here?
Oh, mate, it's the same every week. They've closed Barclays down.
They shut again, have they?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's opening at all on a Saturday. Because every week I come down now, it's closed.
It's getting everywhere now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to close every shop down.
Yeah.
You know. Not going to be happy until the economy's in a bad state as it is. So
Everything's collapsing, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. Yeah.
it's the socialist workers, failed communists. Like, you know, you look at a lot of them now. You know, what's the demographic? I'm not being racist. I'm just white liberals. Probably a lot of them in their 60s. Failed communists. Try to bring communism.
They don't experience some of the stuff that they like promote. It's like, hang on a minute, it's the working class estates that actually suffer the consequences of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yet they're like, no, you have like actually, it's the working class estates which suffer. You know? So it's like.
Well, it's a state I come from, Hartcliffe. You know, places like that will suffer because. You know, the demographics changing, and it's like, you know, with all the dinghy divers that are coming in and everything, is if you change the demographic of a rural village that has got 2,000 predominantly Anglo-English people, you then stick 400 or 500 of foreign nationals into that village, you're going to change the demographic.
I mean, the thing is now, it's like, and you can't even, the voting's gone, you know, all the people getting in power, you look at Hamza Yusuf up in Scotland and the stuff he's brought in the hate crime laws.
Wow.
It's like this stuff, no one votes for this stuff. It's like all of
Well,
it,
you look at, you've got Hamza Yusuf, you've now got the new Welsh First Minister, he's going to do the same.
Well, they're practicing far less extremism, isn't it, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's strange times, isn't it? But,
well, anyone that speaks out against anything is a fascist. You're far right, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it,
I've had it here today, is because I film every sort of protest, and I said to him, I'm not left or right, and I don't class as anyone left or right. It's because left and right is just to divide the government imposed.
Disagreeing with something that's not causes like, oh, you're far right extremist Nazis.
Oh, I maybe. Do you know what? I've gone from a lefty. I was. Do you know what I mean? I was called a Zionist last week. And do you know what? I'm that naive, right? I don't even know what a Zionist is. I wouldn't even know. I'm that blinkered. I don't see like this crap, and it's all a divide at the end of the day. Wow.
Yeah, no, thanks for what you do.
I feel sorry for the young ones.
Yeah, well, she's got head switched on, thankfully.
You got to have your head switched on in this, because you got so many things trying to tell you that things are not what they seem, and that you can't trust the science no more, can you?
She's homeschooled now, so.
Oh, good.
So
good.
I've got 6 children, we're Catholic, so we've got quite a few. So just paying the bills is the problem, you know. But
that's the problem everyone's got at the moment, isn't it? It's the bill paying. Well, this is it. It's like, I still, you know, I'm seriously thinking about pulling my children out and that. And
it's hard. I mean,
it's hard.
It is a big ask.
Well,
I'm not a teacher or anything, do you know what I mean? So
look at during lockdown when not every parent had to teach their own children. It's like, I'm not a teacher. You know, and.
But it is a bit strange these days, and I say.
But then again, I think life teaches you more. I learnt more out of school. You know, traveling the world and that. And this is what education is. It's like. Exploring new things every day, going new places every day.
My son was like in school, and they were actually holding him back. If someone was going to get like 4s in your exam, we took him out of school, well, partially out of school, started teaching at home, And he's now bumped his levels up to like what he's like used to be an A and a B, you know, at school. So he's a bright
So what's
lad.
that, sixes and, is it
sevens
nines?
and eights.
Sevens and eights?
Nines,
Yeah.
7 and above.
Nines is
So
like the A star, star, star,
so,
isn't
yeah,
it?
they were saying you're only going to get 4s, you're going to get 3s, just
Wow.
pass. I was like, took him out, and he taught himself, and he's like, hang on a minute, there's something going wrong at school, if he's teaching himself this.
Yeah.
At home, he's getting his levels up, and you're saying, no, you're only getting 4s, like you're holding him back, it's very strange.
It's the whole thing. I left school and I keep telling my children, you know, education and learning and knowledge. And back in my day when I left school, or you could get away with not having any qualifications and get a job, but now you've got to have minimum of English and maths to get any sort of career.
Like, basically, everyone gets pushed to university, don't they? It's like everyone's got a degree anyway. It's like, and then you get the ones who are higher up degrees, and they're all fighting for it. It's like, whereas years ago, it was you went into a vocation, didn't you? Like you were good at like plumbing or that sort. You went down that route. But
Well,
now it's like, you all got university,
the vocations now, the trades as I call them, you know, they're saying that plumbers are crying out for plumbers and things like that in the trades because nobody's going into the trades no more because they don't want to do the 5-year apprenticeships and things like that you earn. I was earning £30 a week on a YTS when I left school. You know, now they get a decent, it's not a decent wage, it's not a living wage, but you know, they get more than us.
But you look, I mean, I tried to get a roofer out the other day, and it was just like, oh, too busy, mate. I'm thinking, blimey, I'm in the wrong job. So literally every single one was like, nah, not interested. I've got a hole in my roof, I'm not interested. Like, you want a whole new roof maybe, but not for that. And I'm thinking, blimey, they like run off their feet, I think. So
It was like plumber. We needed a plumber. It's like we rang him out and said, I'm 6 months. What do you mean 6 months? I need a plumber now. He said, are you having a laugh? He said, do you know how like stretched plumbers are and things like that? He said, there's not enough in the trade.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish I'd done something.
I do now. I wish I'd got more, you know, because I went in the army, became a tank crewman, left the army. Not much call for a tank driver, is there, or tank commander out on Civvy Street.
Well,
so
that's annoys me about all the veterans that just get like mistreated. They come out, it's like, hang on, you're on the street. You know, ultimately, then we've got people coming into the country from all over the world. And they're given the hotels. I mean, anyway, that's another story.
yeah, well, yeah, I can. As a veteran, you know, as soon as you walk out the door, the quicker they can tell you if somebody's far right, is because being a veteran, you're a danger to the country, really.
The thing is, it's like the veterans are the ones that are actually, they're the ones who are going to actually, like, if anyone's going to do something, it'll be them who are like, let's get together and act something. And that's why let's just push them down, let's crush them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they do, and that's why a majority of homeless vets, they don't get help. There's not the real services for like mental health, PTSD for us. No, not at all. You know, so it's mental.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah, I'm off now, mate. You take care.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, and you, buddy, and you, young lady. I think that's it, guys. Am I still alive? Oh, I am. So we are just walking. Always see somebody that knows me in town. Galleries is closing. Wind's picking up a bit now. I've walked off at the centre. Oh, look at that. It's turned into a bug. I like that. I like that. It's mental. Love it. Love it. It's done into like a little bug. It's like a little Chinesey. It's not a fucking, it's a Toyota really, but they got a big VW bug badge on the front. That looks fucked. So, let's see who we still got. Bristol has changed so much over the years, for the bad. But anyway, the 166 people that are here, at 166 we got 187 likes. We get a few more likes, guys, a few more shares. I'm gonna get on in a minute. Thank you everyone for joining, much appreciated. I'm going to end it here now. Until the next time, guys, I've been me, you've been you, and it's been great. See you soon.